Right, let's get this done quickly. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Sam. As you can see, I've got a brew there and a couple of biscuits, so I'm going to make this short and sweet. We're in the middle of our shower build. We've got the two side panels up and we have the shower tray installed. So in this video, this is the one where it all comes together. We're going to put the front panel on. We're going to cut the hygienic boards for the two sides and the door panel and the ceiling that has hygienic board on it as well, so it's all nice and easy to wipe down. One of the things we struggle with, and I'd say a lot of people struggle with this, is finding a good angle to record what you're doing. So while we were making this video, we really struggled to capture any footage putting the front panel on. So I've looked at what's there, and the quality's not what you would expect. All you'll be looking at is the back of people's heads. So to get round that, I've done a little mock-up, and this is it. So if you will, pretend these two pieces here are the side panels that have already been installed. The tray is down here, and this will be the front door. So it's the front door, the shower door. So we'd have an opening there and a cubicle there. These profiles are from Merlin's. They fit their furniture board. I can't recommend these guys enough. Absolutely brilliant products. So these are offcuts that I've had lying around the workshop. They've been kicked, they've been dropped, they've been slid along. I'll be honest with you, they still look pretty good. That's got a little bit of glue on it, which will wipe off. Brilliant product though. So let's show you how it works. So this is the door panel. Once we've got everything routed out, we attach these two pieces to the sides. We then, just before we do anything, we glue them. So we glue inside this profile. Hang on, let me show you this end. So inside here, just put a line of glue in, tap this on with a mallet, a soft rubber mallet, and a piece of wood wrapped in an old towel or a microfiber cloth, something like this. Tap them together so you've got your front piece. Then, in essence, what we do is we kind of offer this up like that, and it locks into place, and we just tap it all the way up. This panel, the front panel, the door panel, before we installed it, we already put the hygienic board onto it. So this side's got a hygienic board on. So the only bit that's left to do really is the two sides. But before we do the two sides, when we're offering it up, we run glue in this channel as well. So once we've got it in place and we offer it up like that, we check it's all square, and just to be on the safe side, countersink, 3 screws in each panel, just to hold it in position while the glue's going off. And then once we're happy that it's in the right place, we then lay in the hygienic panels that we've already scribed, lay them into place, glue them in, and then it's a matter of just sealing everything up at the end. Hopefully that explains the process a little bit better than we've managed to do in the video. The video's good, I think. Personally, I think it is. But I just think I've missed a key part out, and I just couldn't find a way of including it. You know, and I'm trying to develop these videos so anybody wanting to do this themselves doesn't go through the problems that I encounter. And it's a bit of a learning curve as well. When I started out doing this, the only YouTube videos I'd made were of my drunken mates doing stupid things. I've made them private now. I've grown up quite a lot. But being drunk and jumping into bins full of glass, that just shouldn't be on anybody's channel. But anyway, I had no experience, and it's been a steep learning curve in video making. Quality, at the beginning my quality suffered. I hope now, as we're getting through the videos, the later videos, the ones I've done recently, have picked up on quality. The content hopefully a lot better. I know myself, when I started I was embarrassed by some of the stuff that I was making, and I thought to myself, well, hang on, we've all got to start somewhere. So this is where we make mistakes, but hopefully we've learned from them. Like I said, we tried multiple positions for the camera angles and we just couldn't get it. Hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. If you like what we're doing, please think about subscribing, sharing and liking. And please, if you've got anything, any questions you need answered, just give us a shout. You know, I enjoy answering them, even if it's just a progress update. Thanks for watching again. Hope you enjoy it. So this morning we come in with the Mastic and we sealed up a few gaps that we had. Actually cut this rear panel lid short, so now that everything's gone off of it, we'll rub off any high bits. When it comes to the final fit of your Hygienic panel, I found that using a long rasp was the best tool. Initially I cut the panel out using a set of metal tin snips, and they're perfect for the job. It's then just a matter of offering the panel up. You'll probably do this several times until you get a final fit, but it's worth taking the time to do it this way. I believe that spending time now making sure everything's a good fit will save you a lot of heartache in the end. You know, it all comes down to the attention to detail. I don't want any water being able to get behind these panels, so I believe that making a nice snug fit will make life a lot easier by creating a good seal. If it's going to leak this shower anywhere, it's going to leak in these corners. So spending the time now and really making sure that this is as tight as possible will benefit you in the future, I believe. We'll also seal over the top of all of these corners again, so we're adding layers on top of layers. Using a Sharpie pen, you can mark directly onto the blue protective film any adjustments that you need to make.
You're saying he excludes them now,
Ultimate hybrid adhesive and sealing. This is the stuff that I paid £7.5 for. White on light blue writing, terrible. Directions used, surface seal must be clean. I really struggled to read this. It was whoever's idea it was to put white writing on a blue background. You need your head felt for bumps. It's impossible to read. Apply product in small blobs with a continuous wavy bead along the surface to be bonded. Offer up and firm into position before skin forms. What I'm going to do is
you have to put it on the wall.
Put it on the wall. When I ordered the Hygienic panels, it was recommended that I use this adhesive. I'll be honest with you, I've used similar products in the past and this didn't outperform any of them. So rather than paying overinflated prices as I did for this mastic sealant or adhesive, whatever they want to call it, I would just stick with what you know. This is it's no better than anything else on the market. Once you've applied plenty of sealant, it's a matter of then just offering up the board again and working it in. Make sure that you press this panel firmly into position. Start from the bottom and work your way up and you won't go wrong. You need to apply a lot of pressure, and what I found to be effective is putting a rag on your hands and just sliding up and down the wall. It will spread the glue around, and as you're doing it you'll feel the pockets of adhesive behind the panel. It's just a matter of working them in till they're gone. Before you do anything else, just pull back around about 2 inches of the protective film. You don't want to trap this behind the next panels. For the ceiling panel we made a template. As there was 2 holes to cut, one for the light and one for the fan, we thought this would be the best way to do it. It was then just a matter of transferring the marks onto the panel, a few final adjustments, and then offering it up. To hold the ceiling panel in place while the glue goes off, we had to come up with an ingenious way of holding it up. So we screwed a batten across the back that would allow us to slot a piece of timber in behind it, and we could hold this up with clamps, and this was the only way we could really think of doing it. So we got a piece of wood the same size as the panel, we got an offcut of the Hygienic board and used that as a spacer. Once we were happy that everything was a nice fit, it was just a matter of sliding it all together and leaving it there overnight to cure. Grey skies, absolutely everywhere. It's been raining now for 2 days, stopping us dead in our tracks, because this is a space I have to work with, and when it's raining it's a little bit cramped. So we're making the external shower wall, door wall to be honest, so we need to cut it, get it to the right dimensions, and then we need to router a door in here for the cassette toilet and then a door for the shower. But I need this weather to change. Hopefully this is the end of it. I'm trying to get a big push done and get all the cutting done. I've got a few jobs for the wife to do for her little business, but yeah, every time we turn our back it rains, so it goes like it is now, but there's nothing. It doesn't even indicate rain, and then you get everything set up and it starts raining. So we've got the shower panels all cut, they're roughed in. These 2 panels here will be glued in after this wall goes in. So really I need to crack on and get this wall done. And like before, once the panel's cut, it's time to offer it up, just to make sure that we've got the rough size there or thereabouts, and we can make any final adjustments after this. These are the marks where the openings need to be. So that's the one for the cassette, and this is the one for the basin, the shower basin. So this will be the shower door. So we now have to transfer these marks onto the door, router them out, and go from there. So that's what I'm going to do this morning. In the end, I chose to just cut it out with a jigsaw. The result was just as good and saved me about an hour's worth of time. So we've got the wall in now. This is also, it's a bit hard to tell in here, but it's lined with the Hygienic boards. We've got some sealant to put in tomorrow. The panels are all glued together now, and so we've got to set the panel up. So these panels are to glue in tomorrow. A little bit of trimming, and as you can see, they're buckled at the bottom. We roughed them in, got the profile right up the edge there, where it meets the other panels, and it's just this edge here needs trimmed down. How big was my hand then? It looked huge. But yeah, there's the other one just laid up. So we'll get them in tomorrow, and that'll be the bathroom nigh on done. Just ordered the door today. So toilet, seal everything up tomorrow, drop the toilet in, and then plumb the toilet in, and wait for the door to arrive. But yeah, productive day today, and I love this detail here. This radius, aluminium radius, it's really good, looks the part, and as you can see, we've themed it right through the van, so give it that modern touch. That's it. Happy days. Purchased this toilet from the guys at Autocraft, MOTORHOME accessories, and when it arrived, we checked it, make sure there was no damage on it. But when we come to install it, these stops for the cassette actually broke off. So I've been talking to the guys at Autocraft, Martin especially, thanks, big thumbs up for Martin, helped me out with this no end. They're sending me out a replacement base unit, due to the fact that when I reported it to them, I couldn't find this part. I'll be honest with you, if I'd found this part, I would have probably repaired it and just got on with it. Could have got some plastic welding done on it. So we had this part. So I've now sat and stripped it out this morning because it's been collected by Parcel Force around about lunchtime. While we were stripping it out, look what appeared. It fell out the casing after searching everywhere for it. I don't know where it was, but anyway, so all the parts are there now. I'll send it back to the guys at Autocraft, and they can send it back to the manufacturer. Strange that one, but that's how it is. I'll tape them parts in there, and a little note to the guys. So we'll get that packed up, ready for collection. With the replacement base now fitted, it was just a matter of putting all the pipes and cables and parts back together in the correct orientation. Piece of advice: if you're taking something apart that you've never worked on before and you're not familiar with, take lots of pictures, even a couple of videos if you want. It will help you if you get stuck. As it was, this was pretty straightforward. The hoses and cables would only go one way, and it was just took me about half an hour to rebuild it all. A little bit of time that I didn't really want to have to spend on this job, but working with the guys from Autocraft, they supplied a part free and I had to fit it. The shower tray and toilet that I purchased are designed to interlock, so it's just a matter of lining everything up and then just wiggling it into position. Once it's on the floor, just give it a wiggle and make sure nothing's trapped or out of line. To ensure that we get a good seal between the toilet and the back panel of the hygienic panel, I put a little bit of pressure on with these clamps. That just encourages the toilet to come back a little bit before I secure it to the floor. This clear hose is the overflow for the cassette. So in the right hand corner, just where I'm putting this clamp on now, you need to drill a hole through there and just dangle this underneath your van in case any of that nasty liquid ever wants to come out. Once the first screws are in, you don't need the clamps anymore, so get them out your way because this is such a tight space to work in. You need all the room that you can get. I really did struggle here due to the lack of space. It was just too tight for me. So in the end, I started every screw off with the drill and then finished it off by hand. It was the only way to make sure that the toilet was secured to the floor. Then, the job I really despise, masticing, sealing up. Absolutely hate this job, but it needs to be done, and it needs to be done to a decent standard. At the end of the day, this is the final bit, and this is the bit that people always see and always comment on. So I take my time and do the best I can, and I'm quite happy with the end result, but there's just so much sealing to do. And here it is, all finished, all sealed up, and I'm chuffed to bits with the results. It looks fantastic. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. That was a video on how I built my toilet and shower cubicle. It was a bit long, two-parter. In all honesty, it could have been a three-parter. But I haven't included the door, the installation of the door yet. When I was going through the material I had, the content that I have, I realised that there's a whole video's worth of material just for the shower door. You know, it wasn't a straightforward install. There's quite a lot of work to be done on the door before you put it in. So rather than just tag this on to the end of this video and not do it justice, I thought I'd do a full video all on that subject, because in all honesty, it's a difficult install. You know, there's a lot of thinking to be done, there's a lot of cutting and manipulating to be done. So that's the next video. If you don't want to miss that, please click subscribe, and that'll give you an update on every time we it won't give you an update. What will give you an update is if you click the notification bell. I've done this about 20 times now, this little video, and I keep forgetting what I want to say. So if you like what we're doing, please click subscribe. If you want to know when the next video is out, click the notification bell. If you want to make a comment, make a comment. We love answering them. And if you're enjoying what we're doing, please think about sharing it with other people. You know, if you get anyone asking you, how did you do that? Do you know how to do this? Just point them in the direction of my videos. If there's anything I can help anybody with, anybody wanting something, a certain subject covered, just give me a shout and we'll make a video on it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again. Bye.